So are reverse mortgages a good thing or a bad thing? I'll answer that question for you now, but just like most things in life, it depends on your perspective. This is Matt Helton with One Trust Home Loans, your local reverse mortgage expert, and I wanted to share with you a story of perspective. So I recently had a real estate agent share with me that she did not like reverse mortgages. And just like anything, I always very inquisitive. So I asked, well, tell me a little bit more about it. How did you come across? What was the situation? Tell me what happened. So she went on to explain to me how she got referred to a client that inherited a home. So they had a home that was their parents' and they needed to sell it. So as they were going through the process of selling the home, they thought that there was a large amount of equity in the home. They had an idea they were going to make a good amount of money when the property sold. So they didn't really have that much of a relationship with mom and dad, and they just inherited the house after they passed away. So through their investigation of finances, they found that mom and dad had done a reverse mortgage in the past. Didn't look like they ever made a payment, so the balance was much higher than they thought. Unfortunately, when the realtor ran their numbers based on the condition of the home, the price of the home, and then they found out what they owed, they weren't going to make enough money to make it make sense, even put the home on the market and even sell it at the market price. So they inflated the price of the home to be able to try to make a little money once the loan was paid off. Unfortunately, the market is what the market is, and the market wouldn't bear that price. The family member thought they were going to make a bunch of money that they didn't make. So they were upset. The realtor thought they were going to make a good chunk of money, which they didn't make. As you could guess, they were upset as well. And I totally get it. If I was in that situation and I was expecting a good chunk of money coming my way, I'd feel upset too. If I was a real estate agent, was expecting to sell a home for a bunch of money, make a commission, I'd be upset too. So I totally get where they're coming from, and I totally get why the son didn't like the idea of reverse mortgages. I totally get why the realtor didn't like reverse mortgage, because their perspective of reverse mortgage was that it steals all their profits, steals all their equity, steals all their commission, and they didn't get paid some money they were hoping to get. Totally get it. I'd feel the same way. All I did was ask them, hey, have you ever thought about maybe what the reverse mortgage might have done for the owner of the home, which would be your client's parents? They said, no, I hadn't really thought about that. Tell me, what do you mean? Well, you know, unfortunately, we don't know them. We don't know the full scenario, but maybe if we could just, hypothesize a little bit. So if we go back and think about what if the parent maybe took the reverse mortgage out at, let's just say, 65. Maybe they still owed, 20 years on the mortgage. And, let's just say the payment was, $833 a month. So if at 65 they had 20 years left on their mortgage and it was $833 a month, that's $10,000 a year that they would have to pay their mortgage company to have a shot at paying the mortgage off by age 85. Follow me there? 833 times 12, that's about $10,000 a year. So $10,000 a year for 10 years would be 100,000 that they would have paid their mortgage, right? 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40, 50, $100,000 for 10 years. If they live for 20 years, that's $200,000, 200,000 that they would have had to spend every single month to be able to just keep their mortgage current to stay in their home. You follow me? So because they had a reverse mortgage, they were able to use that $833 a month in this hypothetical situation to pay for taxes, pay for insurance, pay for their car, pay for gas, pay for groceries, pay for healthcare costs, pay for medical bills, hopefully spoil the grandkids, go on trips, have some fun. Do you follow me? So, in this hypothetical situation, which could have been really close to what was going on, the person that took out the reverse mortgage had over $200,000 over 20 years that they were able to use instead of pay the mortgage company. They got to live there just like there was the same exact house. Everything was just the same, exactly the same. It's just they didn't have to make that payment. So, my question to the real estate agent was, it didn't work out for you, it didn't work out for your client, but if the homeowner at the beginning saved possibly $200,000 over 20 years, do you think they had a better quality of life and a better retirement because of the reverse mortgage? And the answer is exactly right. Answer to the question was yes. So, is a reverse mortgage good? Is it bad? It really depends on your perspective. The senior in this scenario was able to use some of the money that they would have given to their kids when they passed away to have a better retirement. Is that the right thing to do? I don't know. It depends on your perspective and your situation. I know in this scenario, the senior had a better quality of life because of the reverse mortgage. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about that scenario. We have a heart for service. We have a heart for serving seniors, and we have a heart for making sure seniors make an informed decision whenever they're using their home equity to be able to solve problems in retirement. My team and I would love to help analyze the pros and cons. We definitely have some videos about pros and cons of reverse mortgage. And we've even got a podcast called the Serving Senior Podcast, where we help seniors not just get by, not just survive, but thrive in retirement. So please check out the podcast, and please reach out to us if you are looking to buy, sell, or refinance and you have questions about how's the best way to do that. My team and I would love to help you, love to give you some great advice. Feel free to reach out, whether it's on this platform or call us directly. Matt Helton, 615-400-6764, here to help seniors thrive in retirement. Thanks again. We'll talk with you soon.